speaking of real, like I want to keep it in Atlanta right now for a second. You know, me being from up north, once upon a time, like we looked at Atlanta, yo, that's a great place to relocate. I'm sure, you know, it was going down in Atlanta, but it ain't like now, it's like the Wild West down there. 26 members of the Atlanta's, what is that? The drug rich gang, they was arrested for deaths targeting celebrities. So it's like celebrities, I don't care who you are, rapper, actor, singer, you got a target on your back. Police was able to link the drug rich gang to at least 13 violent home invasions, including one incident where a man was shot. They're saying that these gang members stole something in the neighborhood of $5 million or and burglarized people like Mariah Carey. They even targeted Gunna's crib. You know, Boosie did an interview with Vlad, and he said he got a call from the cops and said his home was targeted. I don't know if it was targeted by that same crew, but what's going on down in Atlanta? And before you even answer the question, the Fulton County D.A, Fani Willis, you familiar with her?
Funny. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to read her quote. She said, I think if you're going to decide to admit your crimes over a beat, I'm going to use it. You don't get to commit crimes in my county and then decide to brag on it, which you do as a form of intimidation and to further the gang and not be held responsible. Then she comes back and says, just one of the lyrics used in this indictment, me and my crew striking out, striking in all black, send me the drop, we'll kick in the house. If we steal a car, we're going to take it off. We're going to take off the tags. Well, they're kicking in doors, committing home invasions. And now I'm using the lyrics that they're admitting to do. I'm going to continue to do that. People can continue to be angry about it, but I got some illegal advice for you. Don't confess to crimes in rap lyrics if you don't want them used against you, or at least get out of my county. So is Fani Willis, is she right? Is she just playing the cards that are falling into her lap? Like, yo, you brag about this in your lyrics, I'm gonna use it against you. Or is it a such thing as freedom of speech?
Is she right? Is it illegal to charge someone for a crime? Or is it illegal to convict someone of a crime that they didn't do? That sounds more illegal, right? To convict you. But to charge you could be the exercise to say that we're not playing. To charge you is the exercise that puts you in a situation as Thug is in now. And the hood rich drug rich gang. So to charge people and to let it be known that we are targeting you, the people who appear to be fueling the BS in the streets. Because people tell, people talk. And once we got 1, 2, as I said, maybe 3 people that are willing to testify against you or even accuse you, we have the power to charge. And that's what's happening. That is what's happening. You got so many followers who are jumping on a bandwagon, jumping in with these crews, whether they rappers or gang members, they jumping on board because they need protection. They jumping on board because they want recognition. They jumping on board because they see, hey, this is the easy way I'm gonna go and eat. But when they ain't eating the way they supposed to, or they getting their ass banged up and jammed up, they telling. Now, not only are they telling, she's got a book of your thoughts, whether fictional or fact. You saying this stuff, and we got people that's pointing you to doing it, linking you to doing it.
As far as she's concerned, that's a confession.
And what's gonna happen is, I think the artists are gonna have to pull back on some of the shit they saying they do. Think about it. If you keep doing this and niggas keep getting locked up and getting jammed up, it doesn't just start at this level with the rappers, because you scare them, but some of them don't give a fuck because they want the recognition. It's cats that's like, man, fuck it, I ain't did nothing, they gonna have to come get me, I'm gonna be a real nigga, I'm gonna stand on mine. It's the labels. It's the people putting the money up. Once they get the picture, they're the real businessmen. They're the business behind a lot of this shit. And they gonna say, hey, hey, we can't put that, we can't put that out. No, we can't release that. For what? I can't even let you go out the door saying that shit, because I'm putting up too much money for you to get locked up. Nah. So once the labels start holding their nuts on you and telling you don't do that, the DA is holding her nuts on you, telling you don't play with me, that shit gonna change the nature of what's going on. I don't care what nobody say. Do I like it? For the idea of us being locked up and taking away a sense of your freedom of speech, in a sense, I don't like that. But if you out here playing in the fire and you setting fires around and you're the cause of people not being able to sleep at night, you're the cause of faces being on t-shirts and obituaries, you're the cause of our neighborhoods being crime-ridden and our kids suffering and us suffering from so much trauma. When you make that decision, whether I like it or not, you got enough sense to know when you're right and when you're wrong. And if you continue to put yourself in the fire, continue to do the shit that's gonna get you jammed up and locked up and hurt people, then I think their plan is gonna work perfectly, because a lot of this shit gonna slow down. Niggas don't want them kind of charges. Niggas don't want 100 years. I got a nephew right now calling me every other 3 weeks, every month. Yeah, Unc, I'm gonna do better. I'm just trying to. And he's sitting here looking at 180 years, all of his charges. Damn. 180. Damn. And I'm like, this is unreal. Who gives out numbers like that? Well, if it runs concurrent, then it may be only a total of 25 to 30 years. But if I'm telling you, you got 7 charges, and this charge alone carried 40. This charge alone carried 30. That's 70 years. This charge alone carried another 30. That's 100 years. If it runs consecutive. Now, running concurrent, the numbers will be different. But if they're telling you we can hit you with 180 years, some of these cats are going to start getting the picture. And some of the influence is going to change. It's going to have to change. It's already changed. You see the cats out with the little parody joints. Yo, I ain't did this, I ain't did that, I ain't said nothing, I ain't have a strap, there was prop guns in the video. I was just playing, I ain't never pimped a hoe. Like, it's becoming, where it's like a ha-ha, that's kind of crazy, because niggas is, that's kind of clever, bro. That's kind of what this shit gonna come to, because niggas gotta stop confessing in what they doing. You see the parodies. Dude just did one the other day, was the comedian, with the shit in his face. My boy, can't think of his name right now, too many thoughts flowing through my head, but he just had a video where he was talking about, he named the dude he shot, the day he did it, at his grandmama's house, how he drove off, and everybody like, oh shit, you telling on yourself. That's becoming a part of the culture. They're making fun of it, it's parodies, but it's letting you know, hey man, y'all better quit playing with these people. Because these people, they're tired. See, it's been a change of guards, a changing of the guards in Atlanta. You know, we don't have the same DA. We don't have the same mayor. So you got a mayor who's coming in, who's stepping in. And I'm not gonna take anything away from the previous mayors, the black women, or the black male mayor, Kasim Reed. But Andre, because to be a mayor, you had to You got to go to school, you got to be educated. You got to have a certain level of integrity and dignity and a certain level of aptitude. So when they see the city turning crazy, and it's a black man, and you supposed to be the head of a household, if you the head of the city right now, you got to do something. You got to change this shit. Because you ain't with that shit. You ain't no gangbanger, you ain't no rapper, you ain't no thug, you ain't popping, we don't even see no visual, you popping bottles. We won't see you in the strip club. You living a different life. You're on the other side of the tracks, homie. So guess what he gonna do? He gonna say, we gotta change this shit up. Then you got this black woman who was under the tutelage of our last DA, Paul Howard, okay? A lot of shit slipped through the cracks. Paul Howard prosecuted a lot of people too, but a lot of shit been slipping through the cracks. And here's this eye who's been right there under him watching shit slip through the cracks. And in her mind, she could see where we going wrong, down the wrong path, and she stepped in. So then you got a new mayor, a black man, and a new DA who's a black woman. And it's almost like they working this like a husband and wife who trying to reclaim their fucking house. You ain't gonna be disrespectful in my goddamn house. I'm gonna show you. And that is exactly what is happening. I've never summed it up like that, but that's what it's like. It's like, hey, we ain't hearing that shit. We ain't raising no fucking hoodlums and little goddamn block sliders and ops. Nah, y'all gonna get y'all goddamn mind right. We sending your ass to jail. Stop playing. Hey, get your ass up out that bed. Get on in here. Let's start getting this home ready. It just feel like that to me. This is just me. That's my analogy, but yeah.